Hi, how are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? I am kidThunder, and today is December 19th, 2012, and I know for a fact that a lot of you are still trying to wonder and say to all this BS talking about December 21st, 2012. You know, a lot of people have stated that it was predicted by the Mayans, but the truth be told is that if you go into a Mayan village, they would not know what the hell you're talking about. You know, because obviously they did not predict that day. If anything, that was just some complete baloney that was hyped up by the media and obviously Hollywood. If you don't know already, 2 years ago they released a movie entitled 2012, which was directed by the same filmmaker who also directed movies such as Independence Day and The Day After Tomorrow. Yes. But here's the thing. I know for a fact I'm a Bible believing Christian. You know, I believe the Bible throughout a vast majority of my life. You know, I do believe in the Bible. In the book of Matthew chapter 25 verse 13, it states this: watch therefore, Jesus himself states this: watch therefore, for you do not know the day or the hour when the Son of Man comes. Now, for those of you who have watched my video rant about people who make these false predictions last year, well, this is kind of a follow-up video to it. And the reason why I call it a follow-up video is because, for a fact, for one thing, anybody, when it comes to people who always makes these doomsday predictions, they never get it right. The only person that would definitely get it right is obviously no other than the man upstairs. Only God knows when that day will happen. I mentioned in my rant stating that this type of, the world ending, the end of the world is pretty much going to happen on the day when we least expect it. Yes. Don't believe me? Read Matthew chapter 24 and Mark chapter 13 and you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, put it this way. On a separate video, I will state that, put it this way. And you also got to take in consideration, remember the time when January 1st, 2000 came and went? Everybody thought that the so-called millennium bug was going to, all computers was going to revert back to 1900 instead of 2000, and then that's going to like shut everything down, and all missiles and nuclear bombs would obviously go off and all that, causing massive destruction. Well, I was at church that night for a watch night service, and when January 1st, 2000 came at the stroke of midnight, I got two words for you: nothing happened. Remember June 6, 2006? Everybody thought that was going to be a date of the end of the world. Well, we're still here. And the real reason that being is because The real reason people predicted that the world was going to end on June 6, 2006 is simply because the date had 3 6s in it. Now, I don't know about you. I remember, and I don't know about you, the most recent one from last year, May 21st of 2011. Anybody could recall this guy named Harold Camping, who recently had a stroke, and he said that the world was going to end. I mean, that Judgment Day was going to come on May 21st, 2011. And I mean, he also did that same kind of statement back in 1994 and all that kind of stuff. And he was the one who kept saying crap like the Bible guarantees it. I've read through the books. I read through the book of the Bible. I mean, the books of the Bible. And I have seen, it clearly states that. It clearly states that. And I know you heard me mention it in this particular video earlier. And the Bible itself says, "Watch therefore, for you do not know the day or the hour when the Son of Man comes." But this is all I have to say, people. Will there be a world after December 21st, 2012? Damn right there will be. That's all I need to say right there. This kind of stuff is generally hyped up by new age morons, or especially people in Hollywood, and of course the media, who wants you guys to tell you how to live your life. Granted, true, the Bible itself also states that heaven and earth will pass away, but God's words will remain. Leave your thoughts and comments on this. This is all I gotta say. This is kidThunder signing off. Take care. This will be my last video rant of 2012.